It's so strange when you're dealing with substance addiction and abuse. I mean, by the time in 2001 when I was, multiple heroin overdoses and just my addiction was spinning out of control, ultimately my girlfriend of 4 years and my best friend from MIT who had hired me, both basically got rid of me in their lives. And I didn't know how to deal with it at the time, but once I look back on it later, I realized that was the right thing to do. And it's probably what kept me alive.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I couldn't gloss over, because these are the closest people basically said, you're so destructive and dangerous, we need to get as far away from you as possible.
Yeah.
And so I always tell people, you can't love someone who doesn't love themselves.
It's absolutely true. It's funny, I even learned that was one of the first things that I unexpectedly learned from The Biggest Loser. Is when I created the show, I didn't realize at the time the emotional baggage that every one of the contestants were coming from, what was going on. And there was a very similar through line that they didn't prioritize themselves typically in their life. Some had very tragic stories that got them to that place. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they put their husband, wife, children, family, job first. And they didn't prioritize themselves, and they didn't love themselves first and foremost. And so their life suffered. And that's how they stopped. People think, I just become obese because I'm just eating bonbons all day and I don't exercise. Well, maybe that's the end result, but it's the emotional journey that is causing you to really do that. And that is an interesting thing that I took away from Biggest Loser, is that you've got to put yourself first. People think that's selfish, but it's not. It's not selfish. If you don't care about yourself, love yourself, put your own happiness first and foremost, there is no way, I'm convinced, there is no way you can make anyone else, be it a partner in your life, a friend in your life, an employer. I don't think you can make anyone happy if you're not happy with who you are first and foremost.
It's very true. It's very, very true. If you don't love yourself, there's nothing you can do. You're a liability to anything you touch if you don't take care of yourself first.
It's true.
It's
true. It's hard though. I think not for me, but it's hard for people to, I think, understand that.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be. It's funny.
It's the old, mask drops down in the decompressed plane, and you're supposed to put it on you first and then put it on the kid.
That's correct.
And it's a pretty good metaphor. It's like, you know what, especially when you're a parent or a business person and you're thinking, I have to do this first. But actually, no, you've got to take care of yourself first, which means saying no to a few things first. Take care of your health, your physicality, your diet, your spirituality, everything. You can do all that. And now you can really give good energy to other people. If you don't, you're going to be giving flawed, negative energy, and you'll be ultimately a liability, and anything you touch will be infected somehow.
Agreed.
So,
100% on board.
It's a tricky situation. And the other thing you're talking about, Dave, is, every father, yours was magnified, but every father, I think, is always struggling between this balance of, we have this inherent need to provide, it's in our DNA, and this inherent need to also connect with our family and be fathers, and also connect with our partners too. And it's this trifecta of, I don't know when it's enough.
Yeah.
And whenever I talk about this, like I did in my last movie, tons of the fathers come up to me and pull me aside and like, how do you get the balance right? And I'm like, I'm still working on it. So
yeah, I think it's the hardest part. It really is, right? It's you end up, you're trying to serve many masters at one time, and you probably end up falling short on everything across the board. I don't know a way around it. I've talked about it myself with people. I don't know how, I don't know how you pull it all off. I'm not sure you can, but I know you can. I know I could have been better, probably in all areas. And I'm honest about that to myself, my partner, my children, and like I don't look at where I got in my career and say, I've made it, and not think that there were, shrapnel that I left behind in areas. And I want, I guess at the end of the day, I definitely know that my girls are proud of me as much as I am even more proud of them. And as a single father, what ended up happening when I left my wife, I bought a home a mile away, and within 2 weeks, and told my wife, I'm like, look, we'll figure this out together. Bought that home. My girls came into it. It was a nice home, and they were 13 and 11 or 14 and 12, I think at the time. I had teenage girls, and they were arguing the first day that we were in this house. And I came in, well, what the hell's going on here? They're arguing about which bedroom, who's going to have what bedroom. I said, well, the house is, what's the problem here? Both bedrooms are great. Well, one of the bedrooms had a bigger closet than the other. And I said, well, what are you kidding me? I said, these closets are big enough for both, first of all, for both, in either bedroom, they're fine. And second of all, only half of your shit's going to be here. The other half is going to be at mom's house a mile away. You'll be there. And they look at each other, and they look at me and said, what are you talking about? We're never sleeping at mom's house ever again. And I said, what? And they said, we're never going back into that house, Dad. And it just hit me. And they never did, by the way.
Wow.
And I found myself a single father, 2 teenage daughters, an alcoholic wife, running a company, and I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders, because first and foremost, I was now fully, not that I wasn't in a lot of ways, but I had a mom in some way, but now I felt the weight of the world. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm gonna fuck these kids up badly.
But you didn't, right?
I didn't. I didn't. And look, a lot of credit to them, but I was on them, and Young helped me with them, early on when we got into a relationship. They were good girls, and they could have easily gone down a very bad path. And we were living in Calabasas, in the land of the Kardashians, and so they were surrounded by that, and so it could have gone that way. But I was really scared. I didn't know, I'm just trying to figure it out. Didn't know how to do it, but felt like I would somehow get through it.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth,
and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's gonna be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm gonna tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?